800-348-1007. 35192. Shoot me a text. Now they got the McRib. They should ban that thing. And posted a video to that effect, and I was genuinely interested in the people who just cannot wait for that thing to come back around. I know that there are some people who will eat anything. I'm not one of those people, but it's got to have some. It's got to have some enjoyment for people. You guys have said you like them.
Yeah. I liked one when I was a kid, but I can't eat it as an adult.
I don't know the last time I even had one, to be honest with you. It's been a minute.
Are you a McRib guy, Corey?
I'm not an anything guy, but I will
tolerate
Corey
doesn't eat.
Corey doesn't eat.
I'll tell you what, Corey is my... I know that spirit animal is not the preferred nomenclature anymore. Nevertheless, lacking a better term, Corey's the guy that I aspire to, body-wise, right?
Well, thanks much.
He doesn't eat.
I don't know. I'm being force-fed late. Well, not force-fed. I need to do it. Nutrients are good. But a McRib, yeah, I'll rock a McRib.
McRib. Yeah, because you got a lady, right? She making food for you?
Yes, and she's kicking ass at it, too.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, this whole being healthy thing, it's worth looking into, I'm told.
Yeah.
I tried a vegetable, and it was fine.
Could we have anybody more opposite than Poundcake in there?
Well, we were having the conversation over the weekend of what Thanksgiving dinner was going to look like, because it's just the three of us and my mother-in-law, who lives a few miles away from us. So it's not going to be a big thing. And so rather than racking our brains over because normally I'll just order food and have it delivered or whatever, I'll pick it up,
Mm-hmm.
Rather than that, my wife, much smarter than I am, she goes, why don't we just pick individual things that we all like?
Yeah, I
and
want
then throw
salmon,
them together.
you want
yeah,
that. Yeah,
right.
Steak
so
or whatever.
it's
That's
going to be
what I
one
did
of those.
last year with my ex-girlfriend is we didn't have a traditional turkey Thanksgiving. We just made steak and lobster and a bunch of stuff that we wanted to eat.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Here's the problem, is what's really expensive, and this is what I wanted to have for Thanksgiving, what turns out to be really prohibitively expensive. I wanted a jive turkey for Thanksgiving.
You can't.
Oh, my
It's illegal. You can't eat people.
Oh, no, it's turkey.
Oh.
But it's dressed in such a way. They say you got to dress your turkey.
Got it.
These are dressed in such a way as where they are unmistakably not going to take any of your guff. They're not going to take any guff.
I thought you were going to kill and eat an old man who was a jive turkey in the 70s. That is illegal. You cannot do that.
I don't know about that. I will take your word for it.
Human meat?
Human
meat?
I will take your word for it. Listen, they got all kinds of weird stuff going on in Ohio. I don't know chapter and verse of everything you can and can't do. Hey, Cavaliers are going to play tonight. Right after we get out of here, that's when your coverage begins at 6:30, and then it's the second of two against the Boston Celtics. Cavaliers won last night. They're hoping to go 2 for 2 with Boston. And then they will travel to New York City, all where that salsa's made, to play the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow night. And then they're back home against the Warriors. Oh, those Warriors. See that Steph Curry buzzer beater? Yoink. Why does everybody hate Steph Curry? Yoink. Buzzer beater.
Because of what he did to the Cavs so many
No,
times.
I don't mean Clevelanders. Why does everybody hate Steph Curry?
I don't know. He's a hateable guy, I guess.
Is he?
I don't think so.
I feel like he's a guy that gets
hate him.
that doesn't. I don't. Yeah, I feel like you should, give credit where it's due. And
Absolutely.
I think seems like a guy that nobody gives him. I don't know.
I think he gets the media loves him. Everybody talks about how he changed
the
game.
left-wing media, Bill.
The right and left.
Oh,
he
can
brings
cross
them together.
the aisle.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think that's one of the reasons people don't like him is because they're always talking about what a darling he is, and yeah, so that gets people upset. It's the same reason people don't like Joe Buck, because he'll talk about players that they don't like and go, well, I don't like that he's acknowledging that player's good.
Right.
That's not my kind of announcer.
But that's always my thing, is if you're a national announcer, you're going to talk about somebody that somebody doesn't like.
Right.
Which, people are weird.
People are very
Hey,
they're
Kathy,
very particular about their...
Boy, they're particular. Yeah. Kathy, what's going on?
Hello.
Hi.
I called a few weeks ago, and Cody was.
Oh, good for you.
I don't know the comedian's name, and I'm pretty sure it's when you guys were at the Masonic Temple for your last comedy show or your tour, and you guys had that black comedian come on because he was passing through, or he was doing a show somewhere else that night, and you just like had him come on for a cameo, and he talked about the McRib for like 10 minutes.
Who, Roy Wood?
That's Roy Wood.
That was at the House of Blues.
That was at House of Blues a few years ago. Yeah.
Was it at the House of Blues?
Yeah, when Roy Wood came out, because he was over across the street at Hilarities.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
Yeah,
That's
he's
all
great.
He talked about was that McRib. Mm-hmm. And Corey's a very sexy phone.
Oh.
Ooh la la. Thank you, but I'm taken. Very much so.
Erotic.
That was no accident.
Oh, I know it's
It
no
was
accident.
real funny when I was 17. Now I'm pretty old and stuck with it. It's great.
What was it, a band thing?
No, well, you know, there are all those guys like Ricky Rocket
Sure.
and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
one of those cheeky ones like Tweety Boyd or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, watch this. If I make like I'm got a bunch of chicks lining up outside my parents' house, then I will get that. And it didn't.
They call that manifesting among all the hooey and hokum and flim flam, people who believe in like vision boards and crap. They call that manifesting.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
There
And
you go.
I've certainly done it.
So you just held on to Corey Rotic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was in too deep, like, as soon as the first person figured it out and laughed at it. So, I don't know. That's what I am.
Good for you.
It's the first time I've put that together.
That's the first
Really?
time ever that you thought.
Erotic.
Core erotic.
Yes, no, I was like, Rotic, that's a good, like, rock and roll name.
You're like, what an interesting surname that is. What is that, Dutch?
Right.
It's from the north of Dublin, I'm told.
There you go. So you were talking about the Chappelle show last night at the Romo Fijo. He was supposed to, I guess, do a fundraiser at his high school, but that has been postponed because some of the students were threatening to walk out because, of course, of his comments that some people don't like. And his comment was, what do you say? They stopped me from doing something I didn't want to do. He didn't want to go back to his high school, you know? He was supposed to appear there. The Duke Ellington School of the Arts in Georgetown. Chappelle, yeah, he's not, he has two, I think both of his parents were professors or something, is how they ended up in Yellow Springs, because they were at university or whatever. But
Yeah, Antioch College, I believe.
And so he went to a performing arts school in Georgetown. And, of course, he's easily the most famous person to matriculate at that school. And so they asked if he would come and be part of a fundraiser. And he said, sure. They were going to raise money for a new theater that bears his name. So that probably won't happen either. I don't know. It was supposed to happen next week. And instead, the school determined it would be best to delay the event until April because they figured by then everybody will have forgotten. Except even though people do forget and people have short attention spans, there's always receipts. All people who want to get all bent out of shape, bring something back. So he said that it wasn't even something he really wanted to do that much. But I always like the notion of student walkouts. I think as a student, as somebody who is perhaps of a certain age, you know, in high school, you have so little power socially that whatever leverage you have against whatever institution you find to be not living up to your expectations, you should employ that leverage however you can. But I do like the notion of a student walkout. Students threaten a walkout. Because you could easily do an event like this with just donors to the school. Mm-hmm. It's a rich school with rich kids and rich parents. You could just do an event, and none of the parents will care. They just want to meet Dave Chappelle. Right? But it's the kids who get all upset about it. You know, somebody sang one time, the children are our future.
Nobody said that.
Who said that?
That doesn't make any sense. How would the children be our future?
I always thought the children will be our future. Well, the children are our future. The current children are our future.
Are the future of now.
The children of
anymore.
now.
So how are they?
Right.
Ugh.
The children of now are the future adults
Of tomorrow.
And you know
so
what?
when that song was written, those children are now the adults, so that we're in the future that they're talking about. And look at what we've done.
That's a White Lion song, isn't it?
I don't. When the children cry. Yeah, that guy's Dutch. Mike Trout. What's his name?
Mike Tramp.
Tramp. Thank you, pal.
Oh, you got your music guy here this week.
This week is going to be so fun because I'm not going to have to do that dumb "Do you know this band Poundcake" thing because I can throw something out and Corey will know it.
He'll know it better than you will.
He will know it better than I do.
You'll pick the song and he'll know it before you even pick it.
That's right. He'll go, "Do you know this one, Alan?" Yes, I do. So anyway, this school in Georgetown where Chappelle graduated and was going to come and and perform whatever. The school said that they're hosting listening sessions with the students so that they can hear what they have to say and blah, blah, blah. Which, again, it's all good stuff, But come April, he's going to come back, and they're going to do it. So, who knows? Chappelle joked he can't even raise money for children. At a show he did in Indianapolis on Friday night. They're canceling stuff I didn't even want to do.
He's like, I'm here for you, man.
Yeah, good luck. I mean, it's going to look a little silly. The Dave Chappelle Theater for the Performing Arts, and I'm not there. So, yeah, kids, and this is why you got to stop giving kids a hard time. Because kids should be able to leverage their power and their influence as long as they can. Because the sad reality is we all get older and our values might not change, but our priorities change. And everyone becomes their parents. That's the sad, sick truth about life, is that everyone becomes their parents. I don't mean politically. I don't even mean, just you get older, you don't care about stuff as much anymore. So it should really be, it's beholden to every young generation to do whatever you agree or disagree with what kids are doing. That's the time to do it. Because you're going to get older and they're going to go, I got a house.
I
don't care.
I did something over the weekend that I was like, oh man, this
did
was.
not.
You're right.
Alan's ornery today, and I like it.
No, I'm not ornery. Listen, this is a long show, all right?
Like a silly ornery, though.
This is a long show. I've got to come out of the chute on this show so I can go ahead. No, I want to hear. It matters to me.
I was going to say, it was just something that my mom has always done that I've rolled my eyes at and been like annoyed about. And I had obviously continental breakfast two days in a row. And the one day they had like vanilla soy milk little creamers, right? So I made myself a coffee, put it in the fridge so I'd have a cold coffee later. The next day at continental breakfast had a hot coffee. And I would always remember my mom taking 2 cups of coffee, mixing them in a third cup until she got her measurements right of hot to cold and cream to this. And as I was doing it, I didn't even realize that I was like, this is the thing I hated that my mom would do at restaurants.
Yeah.
And I was in my hotel room doing it, and I looked at all 3 cups, and I was like, I'm going to throw them away. I don't even want the coffee anymore.
After all this coffee alchemy that my mom taught me,
right.
I'm going to throw these away.
It drives me nuts.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. There's that transition where, you just got to kind of lean into it.
It's just going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
These articles about, people that feel out of place in their office because they're surrounded by like Gen Zers and stuff, Your 45-year-old manager's out of touch. Yeah, he's 45. He's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And someday you will be 45 years old. You're 21 now. You will be 45.
Yeah.
And you'll be that guy or that girl. And you'll go, yeah, I don't care.
Right.
All good. You guys, whatever you got to do it. I got $1,000 I got to give to you here. It's a chance for you to go fund yourself. You can do this about 30 past every hour today on this show, so listen closely for these keywords and good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword EASY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's EASY to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself from 100.7 WMMS.
Now, speaking of high school, I do love the story from New Jersey. Did you read about the football coach from Asbury Park?
I did.
Asbury Park, New Jersey, by the way, the hometown of one Daniel DeVito. And this coming Wednesday, I hope you've marked down that it is Danny DeVito Day. Each November 17th marks his birthday, and they recognize him in his hometown of Asbury Park, New Jersey. There was famously a Bruce Springsteen album. Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. 2 cops found this high school football coach, Asbury Park High School's football coach, a guy named Nick Famularo. They found him half naked and on the stadium grounds with a woman who was not his girlfriend very early on Saturday morning. And they found poop all over the place. Oh my goodness. They found vomit on some of the football jerseys in the locker room. And, of course, the school said, well, that's it. This guy's not 26-year-old guy, young man. They said he will not be coaching the Blue Bishops annual Thanksgiving Day game against Neptune High School. How do you like that? You want to talk about bringing the hammer down? Now, I don't know.
This is Neptune High School, knowing that he's a good coach, and they sabotaged him. They got him super drunk.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, they got this girl that's not his girlfriend to seduce him, get him super drunk so that he's just puking and vomiting and pooping everywhere.
Man.
And now he's not going to be there to coach the game, and Neptune High's just going to walk to victory, no problem.
Yo, we're going to get Coach Famularo convicted of dookie vomit, and then he's going to be out of there, and we're going to be up one.
That is completely the same plot as that movie Gus. Remember the donkey that could kick like 80-yard field goals with Don Knotts?
Don Knotts! Yeah, that movie from like 1964 or something.
And still holds up just as well today.
I know, right?
A
Don
field
Knotts.
goal kicking donkey.
Yes.
That
It's
paved
the
the way
best
for
thing of all
Air
time.
Bud, huh?
Oh, 1976. Oh, that's more recent than I thought it was.
Gee.
Tim Conway was in that movie, of course. The pride of Willoughby, Ohio. R.I.P. Gus, God. I wonder if that's on Disney Plus. Was that a Disney movie? I wonder
Of
if it's
course
in
it was.
Yeah, with like the Apple Dumpling Gang and all that crap.
Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Here we go.
Both equally painful. So the coach, by the way, who was known to the cops, obviously, who kind of patrol the grounds, the cops are doing their rounds, and they're shining a flashlight, and they see the coach. And he stood up, and he was trying to cover himself with a jersey. He was undressed. And he's trying to cover himself with a jersey. And then he told the cops that he was locked out of his car.
Naked.
So they were like, why are you covering yourself up? So they put him in the backseat of the patrol car because he's half naked. And after the girlfriend arrived, because he's there with a chick who is not his girlfriend, after the girlfriend arrives, a woman walks out. I don't know if this was unbeknownst to her or what was going on, but she mentioned that she had the coach's cell phone, jacket, and car keys. And the guy ultimately ended up leaving with his girlfriend. So either this was let's say a family friend. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Family friend. But even this is a side piece. He takes off half naked with the cops and his girlfriend, and she's standing there. Dookie vomit all around her. They found human feces on several surfaces and vomit on the football jerseys.
What do you think came first? Dookie or vomit?
I think
Probably-
vomit.
Oh, I was going to think dookie.
I think vomit precedes dookie because,
I think the dookie makes you vomit.
well, yeah, if you have that reaction to that, but I'm thinking just the natural processes maybe of getting drunk. First you puke. You're not a puker when you were drunk all the time.
No.
But some people puke and then you get the bubble gut. Like your body refunds first. I could be way off, but that's, I think, how it would be for me. I think I would vomit first and then probably crap myself later.
There have been plenty of times where, though, I have been on the toilet with a trash can in front of me. When you're like, we're just going to play this safe and see what happens first, you know?
This
Oh,
way,
that was me.
Either end will be covered.
When I was sick in Columbus that time, when I had just gotten the bowl cut and then was so sick and just, like pooping into the toilet and puking into the garbage can. It was a nightmare.
That sounds, but at least you're covered though. Like your body's going to be lurching all over the place, but at least you'll be covered no matter what happens. And that's okay.
You had that moment where you're like dry heaving into the toilet and you're like, I got to get up there. And you're like, oh, geez. like you're real quick, got to switch a room.
Right. Yeah, so this coach was an Asbury Park High graduate, and he graduated in 2013, and they only made him head coach last summer. And they pay him $18,900 a year.
Lucky.
So that's what he's giving up. Can you imagine that? Giving that up
Right?
I don't know how you could live.
for some poop and puke with some lady who knows who she is. But the school is staying mum on what his punishment or employment status is. And boy, that would suck. You're a high school coach. Every kid's going to be talking about this.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't something that's like going to go under the
You have to
poop-stained
go to
rug.
a different, you have to transfer. You can't go back to that school.
You
There's
got to
no
get
way-
out of. You got to get out of Asbury Park, New Jersey.
No one is going to respect you.
Yeah.
You're going to tell them to do something, and then it's just going to be completely no way.
Yeah. Coach Dookie Puke.
Yeah.
He's right there. There he is.
You cannot run that problem.
So what do you
Right.
want 8-0?
And it's also, not a situation where you can go to another school anymore. Like, you have to change professions. Like,
Yeah.
you can't go to another school because everybody's going to know, like, news doesn't stay in one town anymore. Like, it's all national. It gets talked about all over the place. So anywhere you go, you're Coach Dookie Puke.
Okay, hold tight, baby. I'm going to go shrimp in the mascot head. I'll be right back. There you go. Thanks. I got to take a break. If you want to get text in for anything, 35192 to do that. You can listen wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app.